Hey, what's up guys? Jason from Eustis Roofing down here in Mt Dora, Florida. Really unique place. I love Mt Dora, but we're standing on a Mt Dora landmark and it's a very cool house. It's the Gogh house down in Mt Dora. And we're tearing the roof off today. I want to kind of show you guys what that process looks like so you can understand what these roofers go through. The amount of work it takes to do what they do is incredible. And they're going to take this roof from a shingle roof to a metal roof, and I want to show you guys how they do it. You got to get in there and clean it all out, get all the debris out of there so we can start fresh. We can put our high temp peel and stick down so that we can install our metal roof system. We're tearing out the shingles, but we're going to come in here and pull the flashing out so you can see the flashings right here. This is the flashing. Sometimes you can't see that. So see how over here you can't see it? It's underneath the shingles. So we're going to rip that out. This is getting all new flashing. But look how much work goes into taking a roof off. So once the shingles are off, then we got to take the old paper off. That's what they're doing now. We got to do it safely too. We're on a steep pitch. They're going to remove all those nails, pull all the paper up till we have plywood. We are going to re-nail the deck to make sure it's up to code, and it's actually pretty good right now, but we're going to add some more nails to it. Then we're going to come in and install a new metal roof system. So thank God for roofers, talented guys that aren't afraid to get up here and do what they do. We're privileged to have them as part of our team. These guys are pure athletes and they're not recognized enough for what they do. You can't have great athletes without great support, a great team behind them, and maybe a great coach. Who knows? So we feel like that sometimes, like we want to be a part of this team, and being a coach, being part of their lives and helping them everywhere we can is what we want to do. We want to be different. And in the roofing industry, Eustis Roofing is known worldwide because we don't subcontract. We do it the right way. We have some of the biggest labor force that they've ever seen in roofing that's non-subcontracted work. They actually work directly for us. They should be taken care of for what they do. They should not be a 1099. We should not put the risk on them as far as workers' comp, making them pay their own liability, all that stuff. It should be directly for the company. So let's go back to the details, because that's really why this homeowner picked us, is the details that we do here at Eustis Roofing, having our own equipment, machines. You know, we can make all of our accessories, all the stuff for the job to make it unique. But I'm here on the roof. I want to show you how awesome the roof looks from on the roof, not just from the ground, because there's a totally different perspective when you get on the roof. So I want to show you a few details. So first thing I noticed right away, you know, it's really hard with metal roofs when we have gas vents and pipes and stuff like that. So I like what the guys did here. They built this little platform in front of it to divert the water, to get away from your danger areas. They moved these gooseneck vents to the top so everything's lapped properly. This is a beautiful galvanum roof. One of the things I wanted to show you guys was right here under the drip edge. So a lot of times you can't see this because it's too high up to get to it, but I wanted to show you the foam that goes underneath the metal to block it off from bugs, insects, wind blown water, stuff like that. So now we have a good point here. You can see the foam up inside of here. There's foam in every one of these ribs. And then, like I always talk about, this huge drip edge that we put on, 1.5 inch overhang, get the water way out here so it's not gonna stain the fascia like it did before. Then we got a nice galvanum drip edge that's made in our shop. And it just turned out really nice with the overhang on the panel too. That really helps. Sometimes the water likes to turn and go back under. So we have a little bend here and then a hem here. It makes it stronger, nice. I was on a house the other day that didn't have this, another roofer installed, and I noticed how much different it looks with that than without it. The issues he had on the house was incredible with the metal roof. We didn't install it, someone else did, and I didn't realize how much nicer our roofs were until I saw that house the other day. I'm gonna point out another thing that I noticed the other day on that guy's house where it looked really bad underneath, and ours actually looks really nice. So the ridge cap came down and just stopped, and you can see all underneath it, and it looked really bad for some reason. When I walked up, I'm like, why does that look so bad? And then I saw ours and I noticed that ours is all closed off, and you can see underneath it's really nice. So sometimes you got to go look at your competitors' houses, because that way you can see how much different you are. We always talk about how much different we are, but I was able to see firsthand, like, man, we make a big difference. One of the things I noticed underneath on that house, they had no foam under here. I'm going to show you. So under this ridge cap, there's a foam in here. It blocks off any wind blown rain, insects, stuff like that. So I've been noticing on a lot of competitor roofs that's not in there, and I noticed it makes a huge difference, and that's one of the things that's our standard. That's what we do. I want to show you guys just the overall roof, how clean and neat it looks. One of the things, and we don't see this a lot when people get metal roofs, they don't take the siding off. They don't get the metal behind the siding the way it should be. And I want to show you guys on this roof, they took the siding back, put the metal under the siding. This is a longevity thing. So right here is our flashing right here, and it goes behind the siding, and then even made a new piece of metal right here, super good looking white, so it matches, and then the metal goes way up behind here, so that way you don't get any wind blowing rain. Typically roofers will take this over the siding and just caulk it, and I'm like, why? Do it the right way the first time, put it behind the siding if you can. So they took the siding off, put the metal in. One of my favorite things here, it's just something that's particular to me, this little fin. This is your problematic area on every roof. It usually turns and the water can get in there. This fin lets the water run by your problematic area. You're not gonna get a lot of water in on this area when you have a fin. That's just my particular thing that I like. You can see right here is some butyl tape coming out so we can clean that off. But I like to show that because it shows on all our accessories that we use a butyl tape, which is required under the manufacturer's code. So little details like that. But overall, this roof looks amazing from the ground, but you can really see how nice it is from the roof. Just a beautiful roof, just super, super nice. This is a galvalume metal roof system, 26 gauge system. The head of this screw is a stainless steel, and it's got the fastener, goes all the way through the panel into the deck. We tore the roof all the way off. We got our transition metal that we put in here, come out really, really nice. That's another thing that you don't see a lot of, but just an awesome, awesome roof. If you're gonna get a metal roof system, tear the roof completely off, all the way to the wood decking. Do it the right way the first time, that way you don't have any issues. You can spot any rotten wood, you can fix it, replace it. I can't tell you how many roofs I've seen blown off that were over an existing roof. Don't do it when it comes to metal roofing or shingles. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to save you money in the long term. It's going to cost you more money, and it's not done right. And the roofer that will do it is probably not the guy that you want putting your roof on. He doesn't have very many standards. He's willing to do whatever it takes. So I wouldn't advise that. I always put metal over a high temp peel and stick directly to the deck. That's the way it should be done. Shingles are not made to be re-roofed over top. They have to breathe and they start to deteriorate, and then your roof goes with it.